So yesterday I was talking to about 80 or 90 high school teachers about the new report card we have in Manitoba, and I started by showing a picture of a boy and a girl, teenagers. One got 69% and the other got 72%, and I asked them, so who understands your course better if these are their final marks? Which opened up a whole discussion about, how well, here's the thing. Increasingly, I'm finding the entire notion of dividing up what someone knows into 100 little bits and choosing some segment of those 100 little bits, saying, yeah, this describes what they know, their capacities, their abilities, their knowledge, skills that they've acquired in the last 4 or 5 months with me, or maybe a year. And increasingly, I'm thinking that's ridiculous. If you really want to know what someone knows, then have a chat with them, talk to them, see what they think. When people get PhDs, the way they earn the highest level of education is that they have to write a dissertation, they write a paper, and they explain what they think and what they've learned and how all that fits together. And then even then, they don't receive their PhD until they sit in front of a panel of people, one of whom has to be outside their discipline, who challenge them to orally defend what they've learned. Which just jibes with what I've always thought and felt, which is, and read from research, if you really want to know how smart someone is, talk to them. Anyway, at one point, we are having a conversation about how do you know when someone has learned something, and the whole principle of old evidence of learning should be replaced with new evidence of learning. More recent grades should replace older grades, not to count every grade in the grade book, but actually discount earlier grades when you have newer evidence of what a student's learned, which means a student needs to have an opportunity to show that they've learned something that you may have taught them 2 or 3 months ago. So some teachers are trying to pin me down to say, well, how many times does a student, for example, in a cooking class, have to make an omelet before I say they know how to make an omelet? And my response went something along these lines. Look, if you're trying to get me to say that it's 3 or 4 or 5, that's not going to happen. I won't give you a number. Because the fact of the matter is, when you spend time with someone, watching them, you understand the process that they're trying to learn, and you understand how that person learns, and through your relationship with them, understand how well they can demonstrate what they've learned, then you know. To put a number on it is like trying to put people in boxes, and that just seems wrong. We all learn different things at different rates, and people have to be given a chance to demonstrate that they've learned something, or that they've reacquired some knowledge after some time has passed, or gotten better at something. So in the end, it boils down to a teacher's professional judgment. In the history of testing, when they first started doing computer-based tests, what they would do, the engineers designing the tests, is then, after students had taken the test, they'd ask their teachers, so how good is our machine? Nowadays, we try to tell teachers that their results should match the machine's results. Seems we've really got things backwards that way. What about you? In your professional judgment, would you say that there's a specific number of times a student has to show you how well they can do something before you'd say that, yeah, they've learned it? Or do you feel it's kind of more like a Sorites problem? How many grains of sand are there in a heap? Well, I know it when I see it. Is that how you feel about it? And if you feel different, help me understand, because I'm not getting that.